We have added a background video to our project, and what we are experiencing is at the bottom of the video there is this hard edge where the video ends, and that's not really a problem when we're at 100% because this part is behind the graphic, but we still have this edge over here which we can see, and that is a bit visually problematic. So an issue we run into with HTML5 video, now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that HTML5 video does not support a alpha channel. Otherwise, I would just go into my video editing software and I would create a mask that would provide an alpha channel to fade our video to 0. Okay, but again, I'm not 100% sure that HTML5 video will support that, so we're going to come up with a fix. We're going to come up with our own hack, if you will. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to, make sure I'm selecting here, we'll go back to 100%, and we'll go to our code, and I'm going to add a mask, and I'm going to add a mask right when my video ends, which is right here. Okay, so matter of fact, before we talk about the mask, let's or the code, let's talk about the artwork for the mask. So let's go first, and I'm going to go back here, and again, let me zoom out. I meant to bring this up before I zoomed out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is capture an area over here, and as an example, let's go ahead and find that's here's. So I did a screen capture on a map, Command-Shift-4, and that screen capture is just some of this gradient which I created using the CSS. Okay. And then I open this gradient in Photoshop. And you'll see that we've added a mask, and then we've used black and white. Now I have color here right now, but I used black and white to create a alpha channel. So we painted out some of the gradient up here, and we painted out some of the gradient down here. And I wanted this gradient to be fairly tall. It doesn't have to be wide because we could use the code to stretch this out on the x-axis. But I wanted this to be taller because I have a better chance of getting the colors, the hues, to blend more effectively if I give myself, you know, a little more playing room here. So I don't believe this will be perfect, but it's a start, and we can always go back and make adjustments. All right, so now let's get to the code part, and I'm going to go ahead and just grab, oh, where is it? Up here. I'm going to grab my div for my video mask. So let's go ahead and copy this, and we will go back to our code, and let's go back to 100%, and here is our video. So I'm going to place my mask after the video, so the mask should go on top of the video. All right, so all I'm doing is loading this PNG, this alpha channel. All right. And we're just going to place this over the top of our video, and then we are going to have to make a few tweaks to get it in the right position. All right, so let's go ahead and now grab our mask. And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and also scale the image to a width of 100%. So it will stretch that narrow gradation all the way across the page or the layout. All right, so let's copy And now here's our background video CSS, our styles. So let's go ahead and just paste this after. And you'll see I'm again going to use absolute position. Now I've played around with this a little bit, so I'm going to have the top be negative. And again, what I'm doing is I'm moving the graphic up and down. Okay, so basically let me just grab the image. What we're doing is taking this graphic and we're moving it up and down to try to match the dark purple with the more brighter purples and get them to be believable, to mix in correctly. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our code. Again, I've set the width to 100%. So this goes all the way across. The height can be auto. We're going to target the image specifically inside and tell this to be 100%. Also, let's go ahead and save. And we'll go ahead and do an update. And let's go ahead and just scroll down and you'll see that edge slightly right here. And it's really going to depend on the brightness of the video. When the video has dark at the bottom, it's almost completely gone. And even when the video has really light colors at the bottom, it's not that noticeable. So really, I would just go back and tweak that artwork for the mask. And I might change where the mask is. I might continue to move my mask up and down a little bit until I just nail this 100%. All right, so this is good enough for now, but just again, so you get an idea of what's going on if we were to remove the mask. Okay, so let's just go ahead and cut the mask. We'll save. Let's go ahead and update our page. Let's get rid of this. And we'll scroll down, and now you'll see this edge is much, much more visually prominent. Okay, and obviously easy to see. So if we go back, let's paste our mask back in our code. We'll save, update, and again, a simple solution, adding a graphic, which is, in this case, just a gradation with alpha as a mask on the top and the bottom. So we are able to basically block out the bottom of our video.